Welcome back to another edition of Autocar India Quick News, the one place to get all the latest updates from the automotive industry. But before we get into the news, do please remember to subscribe to the Autocar India channel if you're yet to do so, and do ensure that the notification icon is active. Now let's jump into the news, and we'll begin with Citroen. The production spec Basalt Coupe SUV has been revealed in full ahead of its global debut on the 2nd of August. Citroen had revealed the Basalt as a concept a few months ago, and the production model looks almost identical to it, albeit with some minor changes. The plastic cladding on the Coupe SUV will now get a matte finish as opposed to the gloss black finish seen earlier. The diamond-cut alloy wheels appears to be 17-inch units, and despite its premium positioning, it'll get the old-school flap-type door handles and halogen tail lamps. However, the Basalt does get LED projectors for the headlamps with daytime running lamps. Going by the images that were revealed, the production model will not have a sunroof. The Basalt's interior is yet to be revealed in full, but we expect it to be closely related to the C3 Aircrosses with enhanced materials and some new inclusions like auto climate control. The Basalt will come powered by the same 1.2-liter turbo petrol engine as the C3 Aircross that makes 110 horsepower and 205 Nm of torque, and will compare to either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. The Basalt will be positioned above the C3 Aircross, and prices are expected to start from 11 lakhs to 12 lakh rupees. The Basalt will be closely followed by Tata's SUV coupe, the Curvv. While Tata has revealed the exterior styling for both the ICE and EV versions, a new promotional video has given a glimpse of the EV version's interior. From what's visible, the dashboard is similar to the Nexon's, with the highlight being the larger 12.3-inch floating touchscreen as on the top-spec Nexon EV. Other features of note include digital dials, a 4-spoke steering wheel with illuminated logo and two-tone finish, trapezoidal AC vents, and a touch-based climate control panel. The Curvv EV will be generously equipped, with the highlights being leatherette upholstery, 6-way power driver seat, front seat ventilation, front and rear 45-watt Type-C charging port, connected car tech, Arcade.ev app suite, a panoramic sunroof, power tailgate with gesture control, 18-inch alloy wheels, and flush door handles with puddle lamps. Safety features will include 6 airbags, an electronic parking brake with auto hold function, ESP, a driver drowsiness alert system, and level 2 ADAS features. Now we have new info on the ICE Curvv as well. Diesel fans will be happy to know that the Curvv Diesel will get the option of a dual-clutch automatic gearbox. This would make the Curvv Diesel the first mass-market SUV in India to get a diesel DCT combination. We can also confirm that there will be 2 turbo petrol engines on offer. Tata Motors is set to launch the entire Curvv lineup, including the EV, petrol and diesel variants, on August 7th. MG Motors India has teased the upcoming Cloud ahead of its launch. The Cloud has been spied on multiple locations in India and is already on sale in markets like Indonesia under the Wuling brand. The Cloud doesn't fit a traditional segment, and the overall silhouette seems to suggest a sort of cross between MPV and a hatchback. MG calls it a CUV or crossover utility vehicle. MG's teaser shows that the Cloud will sport slim all-LED headlights and have an LED light bar on the nose above the grille area connecting the headlight units. The MG logo appears to be illuminated, and the teaser hints that the crossover will come with a sunroof. As the Cloud is a born EV, it has interior packaging advantages typical of the breed, which should bode well for the space on offer with this 5-seater. The model abroad also gets fully reclinable front seats, circular door-mounted speakers, a 360-degree camera, and ADAS suite. It remains to be seen if these features will make it to the India spec Cloud. While the battery specs of the India model are still under wraps, in the international markets, the Cloud gets 2 options: a 37.9 kWh unit with 360 km of range and a 50.6 kWh unit that offers up to 460 km on a single charge. Moving on to news from Nissan. Nissan has commenced bookings for the new X-Trail SUV from the 26th of July for a token amount of 1 lakh rupees. The Japanese brand will reveal prices on the 1st of August. Given that the X-Trail is arriving in India as a full import, it is expected to be priced well above 40 lakh rupees ex-showroom. India will get the X-Trail in front-wheel drive form with a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine featuring Nissan's variable compression tech. The X-Trail will not be the only important model from Nissan. Autocar India has learned that the car maker will be bringing the Ariya SUV to our country in the coming months. The Ariya debuted in 2020 as Nissan's answer to the Tesla Model Y. It features a coupe-like design. The interior is dominated by 2 large 12.3-inch screens, and the dashboard has few physical buttons. Most of the functions are controlled by a unique haptic control setup. Higher variants also gets a heads-up display as standard, along with Bose audio setup. The Ariya is offered globally with 2 powertrain options: a single-motor rear-wheel drive, and a twin-motor four-wheel drive setup. The single-motor variant gets a 63 kWh battery pack that makes 217 horsepower and 300 Nm of torque and has a claimed range of 402 km. The twin-motor four-wheel drive variant is powered by an 87 kWh unit that makes 242 horsepower and 300 Nm and has a claimed range of 529 km. On the higher variants, the Ariya can make up to 306 horsepower and 600 Nm of torque while offering a claimed range of 513 km. The spec and pricing for India will become clear in the weeks to come. Now let's take a look at the newest launches. Maruti Suzuki has introduced the Ignis in a new Radiance edition that is priced from 5.49 lakh rupees. The entry-level Ignis Radiance edition, which is based on the Sigma trim, adds accessories like wheel covers for the 15-inch steel wheels, a door visor, and chrome highlights in select areas. If bought separately, it would cost 3,650 rupees, but with the Radiance edition, it is priced 35,000 rupees lower than the Sigma trim's original sticker price of 5.84 lakh rupees. Similarly, the higher spec Zeta and Alpha variants are also priced 35,000 rupees lower than their original prices. These variants would also get accessories worth 9,500 rupees, which include new seat covers, black cushions, cladding on the doors, and a door visor. There are no mechanical changes with the special edition Ignis. It continues to be powered by the 83 horsepower 1.2-liter petrol engine that comes with both manual and AMT gearbox options. Moving up the price ladder, the new Mini Cooper S, that's going to be the last internal combustion engine Mini, has been launched at 44.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Design-wise, the Cooper S stays true to its traditional looks and features its iconic circular headlights and gets new octagonal front grille that's larger than before. The taillights have been completely redesigned with a new triangular shape, which are connected by a black plastic band on the tailgate. It gets blacked-out pillars on the sides that give the roof a floating effect, and thanks to the exclusion of fog lamps and air intakes, the Mini gets cleaner front and rear bumpers. The Cooper S rides on 17-inch wheels as standard, but it can be optioned with 18-inch units. The interior takes a very minimalist approach by eliminating the instrument cluster, and instead, a new 9.4-inch OLED touchscreen takes care of all the settings, including the HVAC controls. It runs on Mini's latest Android-based operating system that has been developed with Samsung. The AC vents are neatly integrated into the dashboard right above a band of toggle controls. There are plenty of textured surfaces all around the leather-free cabin. Other highlights include a heads-up display, electrically adjustable front seats, massage function on the driver's seat, ambient lighting, Harman Kardon sound system, connected car tech, 6 airbags, and level 1 ADAS suite. The new Cooper S continues with a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine, but with the outputs bumped up to 204 horsepower and 300 Nm from 178 horsepower and 280 Nm of the outgoing model. The engine comes mated only to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, sending drive to the front wheels. Mini claims a 0 to 100 km/h sprint time of 6.6 seconds. Mini has also launched the new Countryman Electric in India at an introductory price of 54.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom. The new Countryman is available both in ICE and EV iterations globally, but India only gets the electric version for now. The new Mini Countryman's exterior design is an evolution of the previous generations, but it is 60mm taller and 130mm longer than its predecessor. Gets new octagonal grille, redesigned headlamps without bezels, and new tail lamps, which are all quite similar to that of the new Cooper S. The Countryman's increased dimensions have allowed for an enlarged center console and 130mm of legroom in the back. What's noteworthy here is that the Countryman is the first Mini to offer Level 2 ADAS, which includes semi-autonomous drivings at speeds of up to 60 km/h. Other features of interest include electrically adjustable front seats, ambient lighting, a panoramic sunroof, and wireless charger. Like the Cooper S, the Countryman also gets a leather-free interior. The electric SUV is powered by a 66.4 kWh battery pack offered with a single-motor front-wheel drive configuration. The powertrain produces 204 horsepower and 250 Nm and is capable to take 8.6 seconds to sprint from 0 to 100 km/h and reach a top speed of 170 km/h. The Countryman Electric has a claimed range of 462 km on a single charge. It can be rapidly charged at rates of up to 130 kW, which can juice up the batteries from 10 to 80% in less than 30 minutes. It's also available with a 22 kW AC charger that charges it from 0 to 100% in 3 hours and 45 minutes. BMW has launched the brand new 5 Series LWB at 72.9 lakh rupees, and here's a list showing how it stacks up against its rivals. Pricing is a good few lakhs more than the older 5 Series and is in line with the outgoing 6 Series GT that the model also replaces. With a 3,105mm long wheelbase, the new 5 Series is the longest in the segment, and even in width and height, the 5 Series long wheelbase is the largest among its rivals. The M Sport styling package that gets sportier bumpers is standard for India, just like the 18-inch rims, though BMW does offer 19-inchers as an option. Inside, the new 5 Series has much in common with the 7 Series. There's BMW's curved display that comprises the 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and the 14.9-inch central touchscreen. And there's also what BMW calls the interaction bar, a crystal-like backlit panel that changes color with the ambient lighting. Additionally, it's also equipped with a 4-zone climate control, vegan leather upholstery with diamond pattern quilting, front seat ventilation, an 18-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system, and more. Curiously, the rear section of the cabin isn't as generously equipped as the E-Class or even the older 6 GT. There are no sunblinds, no rear entertainment screens, and the backrest angle is not adjustable. The German brand will offer the 5 Series in a sold 530 Li variant that is powered by a 258 horsepower 400 Nm 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine that's paired to a 48-volt mild hybrid assist. Its 8-speed automatic gearbox sends power to the rear wheels and propels the luxury sedan from 0 to 100 km/h in 6.5 seconds. Top speed is limited to 250 km/h. A 520D diesel is expected to join the lineup shortly, while the controversial M5 comes next year. You can watch our 5 Series review to know more about the sedan. Porsche has launched a new Panamera GTS in India at a starting price of 2.34 crore rupees. Porsche says the deliveries of the Panamera GTS will commence by the end of this year or maybe even 2025. The GTS will be the most powerful Panamera model in the country, as the turbo models being hybrids won't make it here. Over the standard Panamera, the GTS gets styling changes in the form of black GTS logos on the sides and rear, a unique front section, dark-tinted HT Matrix LED headlamps and tail lamps, as well as red brake calipers. The GTS is fitted with 21-inch grey Turbo S center-lock wheels, and the tailpipes are finished in contrasting dark bronze shade. On the inside, it gets Porsche's suede-like material for the roof lining, armrests, door panels, and the center panels of the seats. Porsche is also offering 2 GTS-exclusive interior packages in carmine red or slate green Neo, along with a carbon matte interior package. The Panamera GTS is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbo petrol V8 that puts out 500 horsepower, which is 20 horsepower more than the previous Panamera GTS. The sedan is claimed to be capable of sprinting from 0 to 100 km/h in 3.8 seconds before hitting a top speed of 302 km/h. It is lower than the standard Panamera by 10mm, and Porsche has tuned the active suspension management to support the GTS's sporty intentions. Kia India has added the flagship EV6 to its lease program that was launched a few months ago. The EV6 is now available for lease, starting from 1.29 lakh rupees per month. This scheme allows potential buyers to lease the vehicle without any down payment. Monthly charges cover insurance, maintenance, pickup and drop-off facility for servicing, scheduled and unscheduled services, and 24/7 roadside assistance. Kia has emphasized that this program is only available for doctors, chartered accountants, self-employed professionals, and select corporates. Lease terms range from 24 months to 60 months, with multiple mileage options available. Over on the world of two-wheelers, Ola Electric CEO Bhavish Aggarwal has shared an intriguing image on social media that shows a large battery pack cradled by a tubular chassis. And we think it's going to be an upcoming electric bike. On August 15th last year, Ola Electric showcased 4 futuristic e-motorcycle concepts. However, recently the company patented 3 e-bike designs that look more realistic. The image shows a battery pack that looks bigger than the ones found on most Indian e-scooters, wrapped by a tubular frame. The front sprocket and chain final drive can also be seen in the picture. Something similar can be found on the ultraviolet F77 Mark II and the Matter Era electric bikes. It was recently revealed that TVS-owned Norton Motorcycles would be bringing 6 brand new products to India that are slated to be launched over the next 3 years. We can now report some even more exciting news. The fact that the Norton bikes will be manufactured in India. The company will be leveraging its manufacturing and supply chain might in India to bolster the UK-based Norton business. Norton's first all-new product under TVS ownership is due to come out next year. Currently, little is known about what segments these Norton bikes will occupy. But TVS's managing director Sudarshan Venu is clear that Norton will remain a premium brand. Local manufacturing does promise competitive pricing as and when the Norton motorcycles roll out. Autocar India has exclusively learned that Royal Enfield will be updating the Classic lineup very soon. The focus of this update will be to upgrade the feature set of the Classic 350, and there are likely to be no mechanical changes to the bike. Visually, the biggest change will likely be the LED lighting that the updated Classic models will have. The headlight, taillight and pilot lights will be LED units. The launch of the updated Classic 350 lineup is likely to be held on the first half of August. BMW has launched the CE4 in India at 14.9 lakh rupees, making it not just the most expensive scooter, but also the most expensive electric two-wheeler in the country. The reason for the high cost is because BMW has imported the electric scooter as a CBU. Bookings for the CE4 have commenced and deliveries are scheduled to start in September. The electric scooter gets a minimalist styling where the steel double-loop frame stands apart. Suspension is done by a telescopic fork and an offset monoshock. It rides on 15-inch wheels, which are among the largest in India's scooter segment. It has a relatively low seat height of 780 mm and it weighs 231 kilograms, which is nearly as much as the new R1300 GS. The CE4 gets its power from an 8.5 kWh liquid-cooled permanent magnet motor that is rated for a peak power output of 31 kilowatts of 42 horsepower and 62 Nm of torque. Power is transmitted to the rear wheels through a belt final drive, and the scooter has a single-sided swing arm. BMW claims that the CE4 will sprint from 0 to 50 km per hour in 2.6 seconds, has an electronically limited top speed of 120 km per hour, and offers a claimed range of 130 km. It has two charging options, a standard 2.3 kW and an optional faster 6.9 kW option. Charging times from 0 to 100% are claimed to be 4 hours and 20 minutes with a 2.3 kW charger and 1 hour and 40 minutes with a 6.9 kW option. The CE4 is not short on features, as it comes with all LED lighting, a Bluetooth-compatible 10.25-inch TFT display, keyless ignition, 3 riding modes, Eco, Rain and Road, ABS, switchable traction control, a main stand and reverse mode as standard. It also has a ventilated storage compartment with a USB-C charger for smartphones and a side-mounted storage compartment with a dedicated light. It is available in blue and white colors. As with other BMW models, a wide range of accessories are available for the CE4, including various seat options, additional electronic features, a taller windscreen, and more. And that brings us to the end of this week's Quick News. Thank you all for joining, and see you all next week.